Okay, good morning, everybody.
We slept in.
We're late.
How late
busy.
are we?
Yeah.
We didn't realize what time it was.
We were actually getting the surprise bags ready for Friday night.
We were.
And they're pretty cool surprise bags.
They are.
I think everybody's going to like them. Yeah, something.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
That's
Get it?
true.
Get it?
That's true. And it's new to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody has it. It's all
Yep.
new.
Yep. There. That's all the hints you're getting.
Well, I don't know. Let's tell them that.
Oh, here we go. You know her. She can't keep her mouth closed.
Yeah, I think you'll like the surprise bags this week. It's hard to come up
You
with.
should come with a zipper that we can close.
There you go. Karen would probably agree. It's hard to come up with different things every week.
It is. You guys don't know sometimes how that strains our brains.
I know, right? Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah, so this week's surprise bag is pretty cool. I think everybody's going to like it. Okay.
I do too. Yeah. Oh, we got an easy week this week.
Do we? What are we doing?
Do. We are doing...
I'm just finding out what we're doing because we're
doing the tree this week. The wrinkled tree that whoops, I should have ironed that, but anyway. The wrinkled tree. So you need 3 wrinkled trees.
Oh my.
So if you look at the
Who gave
pattern.
us a grumpy face?
3. Is somebody grumpy this morning?
Yes.
They haven't had their coffee.
That's what it is.
Mhm. Okay, so 3 trees in the pattern. So I think the one out on the wall we did in
Want me to go get it?
I think it's the plan.
I'll go get it.
No, I'm just gonna go peek, and then we can show them out of
I
this
think it
bundle
is-
what one we use.
Yeah, I think it's the plaid. She does them all different. Good morning, Joanne. Hi, Marion. Hi, Lynn. Suzanne and Carol.
So for those, you sound like Romper Bomper Room or whatever.
Oh,
in
yeah.
here.
Stephanie sent the grumpy face because she doesn't like surprises.
Of course, Stephanie.
Of course. It's a good surprise this week. You're going to like it.
So in our trees,
No, you won't like it, Stephanie, because you won't get it.
No. We did 1 tree in this one. For those who are doing theirs like we're doing ours, doesn't mean you have to. You can switch up your fabrics. You can do whatever you want, right? So we did pick 3 different shades of like in the green family or whatever. So we did 1 in that, 1 in this teal. I kind of like this one because it looked like ornaments hanging on the tree.
Oh, it does. I never
Yeah,
noticed
see?
that.
See? And then today we're doing, I need 8 hands.
Oh, you want me to hold something?
No. Today we're using this fabric for the other tree.
Oh, I like this fabric.
Of course you do.
Hi from Newfoundland. Holy
Okay.
Rod.
So this is actually a very simple block, but it just has a lot of, as you look, it just has a lot of
Diagonals.
diagonals. So
I've gotta
that's
change
going
my
to switch
foot.
your foot. So you just have to do a diagonal on each of these middle pieces. This is a very straightforward piece. So I'm going to tell you how they tell you to do it. And then Deb is probably going to do it in a totally different way.
I don't even know. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Right. So,
What do
you
we
know,
do?
at some point, Deb may pre-read a pattern, but she may not.
I'm not good at that.
Okay. So we're going to start with the top row. Right?
Let me guess at what we're going to do.
Okay. You guess. And see if you're right.
If I was doing
If you
this,
were doing that to get your diagonal,
if I
what
was
would you?
doing this, I would take that like that and draw a line from there to there and flip it up. That's got to be what they do.
I think it is, except I think they got theirs positioned the other way because they lay this piece going up straight, I think. So they must have it laying,
Oh, really?
I think.
Let me see. Well,
I don't know what page. Right there.
right there.
So look, right.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. So see, they put their, okay. So in the book, they put the white underneath. Then they take the colored one upside down. I'm upside down, so I can't tell. Am I supposed to be on this side?
Yeah.
And they put it like that. And they go corner to corner.
So that
in the
this-
book, they tell you to measure the width of your strip here, which I can't give you because it's a copyrighted pattern. Measure that. Measure up this side that far. And make a mark.
Oh, really?
And then go from the mark.
Okay. You know what I would have done?
What would you
I don't
do?
want to confuse
I know. Well, I knew you'd do it differently.
people. I would go like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I would
And
go
you do
like
it however.
this.
Yeah.
And I would take a pen and mark right there and draw my line there.
Right, which
don't
that's
measure.
exactly what they did, except they're measuring instead of laying it out and marking it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
So, here we go. We're going to say this. And
And
Deb's
do-
going to say something. And then we're probably going to do it wrong. We're just giving you the heads up. This is one of these blocks.
We don't do something wrong every time.
Almost.
Well, I'm going to go get a pen because I need
This
to
is
mark
one
mine.
of these blocks that it would be very easy to draw, to sew your diagonal the wrong way.
Oh, right.
Right? So this is us saying, make sure you're sewing your diagonal the right way. And make sure that you check it before you trim it.
Okay.
That being said, watch
will-
us make a mistake
I will
today.
check everything today.
Okay.
Okay, so you want me to do it the
You
way-
do it your way. Show them your way. Because they've got the book. They can do it the book's way.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you show how you would do it.
I would do it like this. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Put a mark right there. And draw my line from there to there.
And that's not going to be the right diagonal, is it?
Oh! How about I do it like you tell me to do it?
Well, am I right? Is that wrong? See, I'm upside down, so I might not be
if I
thinking
draw
right.
a line like, yes, yeah, I have to go this
You
way.
got to go that way. So you got to draw
have to
your
draw my line
dot
this way.
down there where the corner is down there.
Yes, Twyla.
But you're off up here a little bit, but I don't know if you were off enough to make a difference.
I'm going to go just like that.
Okay, so she's going from there
To
to there.
And you know what? I'm not even going to draw a line. I am going to iron it.
Okay.
I'm going to iron it there.
Daisu says the way they did it, she found it hard with their measurements.
Oh, really?
And Steph says, check before you cut.
I will.
As if we wouldn't.
So I've got to
Okay,
iron there.
so now when you flip it,
it's going to be
it's
this
going to
way.
be the right way.
It's going to be right way. I'm just going to press it because I pressed it, right?
Yeah, she
It's
pressed
gotta,
the crease.
It's got to be right.
Mhm.
Just, I can sew with that camera.
Who
right
wants
there.
to bet?
Hey now. I wish I was better at reading patterns. I just like to look at things and figure them out.
I love it when they have good pictures that you can just go by pictures.
I do
Isn't that
too.
nice?
I'm going to open it up, ladies.
Look at
Look
that.
at that. That's perfect.
Yeah, there. So
So
she's
now
got
I'm
that.
going to cut it.
Give it a little finger press there so it lays flat up at the point. And now she's going to do the other side.
I'm going to do the other side. And
So this time, your line. So doing it this way. Oh, look at you catching that.
I'm going to go
Yeah, because you
here.
got to go from there up to here to
It's
get
gonna go
your
up like that.
your triangle.
So I
Not
put
a
it-
diamond,
I put
triangle.
a tick there.
Yeah.
And then I iron
A
it.
tick.
A
So
tick.
now she is, oops. I can't show you, well, maybe I can. Is this going to make you guys dizzy? Here, let's just show you what she's doing. So, can they see? Where am I?
You're just about there. Okay. I am just pressing it. That's all I'm doing.
She's
It's not a
just
big
pressing a crease. And then that gives her her sew line, okay? All right, should we be out of here? But I don't know what they want to see the most. You
They
want to
wanna
see
see
Deb
you.
sewing?
No,
No,
they-
they don't
they
need
don't
to
need
see
to
me,
see-
but
deal. They don't need to see
they
me
can see the
sewing.
board.
So, I'm going to put this back.
Mm-hmm.
Got that there.
Okay.
Got that there.
And when she sews on that crease, it'll be right. Unless no, it may not be because she's flipping when she should have flopped.
Oh, I can swing it.
Stephanie says the easy prep. Steph, I get the opinion that you really like that
That
easy
easy
press
press.
pen. I actually do use it. It's nice. The only thing is, I'll be totally honest, and this won't shock you guys.
See?
When it runs out, oh, that's nice.
And see, I've got my 1/4 inch up there.
Yeah, she does.
Look for that 1/4 inch.
Yeah, for your seam.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm so lazy that when my pen runs out,
You don't get up and
I don't
refill
get
it.
up and refill it. Like, you know, that's just me.
Yeah, one of those pens are...
So Suzanne, what that is it's just a refillable pen. So you put the Acorn Precision Piecing liquid in it, and it has like a little felt tip, almost like a Sharpie marker. And it just, you press on it, and a little ball of the fluid comes out on any like bulky corner or seam. And when you get it saturated with that, and then you iron it, it flattens it out. Just lickety split.
So I'm going to do this next one.
Okay, so now she's on row 2. So guys, laying this block out, you have to really be careful that you're using, following the directions and using the right white pieces with the right colored pieces. Because there's a lot of different measurements. Like, I'll tell you a secret. you won't find this hard to believe. But this piece down here that goes with the trunk, I originally had that laid out in the top row. Thought I was right, but I was wrong.
Oh, really?
It was the wrong length. So just be careful. Those are the two that's probably the easiest to get mixed up. The white that goes down in this trunk piece and the white that went in the top row are the easiest, I think, to
The
get
bell
mixed up.
just rang, but I think that must be Karen coming. Karen's coming this morning.
Woo! You're coming apart at the seams.
I'm coming.
There you go. Should I go see if that's somebody maybe?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
I don't think. It should be Karen. I'm just cutting this after I checked it. I bet it was Canada Post.
Yep, you're... Yes, I think you're right.
Canada Post just dropped us off a parcel. I'm expecting lots of parcels
I'll take
today.
that board out of your way if you want.
Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
I got one done.
Okay. You got one side done?
I do.
Question. Did she check before she cut?
I'm checking now.
Oh, Karen says it wasn't Karen.
Oh, it's not Karen.
No, it was Canada Post. Oh, I think we've got row 2 done. Oh, she's sewing row 1 to row 2.
I can't because I have my wrong foot on. Somebody asked last week, how come I keep changing my feet?
Somebody did ask. So, I want to show you a close-up. Where is your foot you took off?
Right there.
So, for those who wondered why she changes feet, can you see, when I get up close here, do you see how this foot has the little, this is going to be a real technical word.
It's actually not little.
No,
That's why
how
I like
it has
it.
this hangy-downy thing here.
Hangy-downy thing.
That's the technical term. It's a hangy-downy thing. So right here, there's a little lip that you follow your 1/4 inch seam along to give you that perfect 1/4 inch. So that works really good on an edge seam, but if you are sewing a diagonal, it gets in the way. It doesn't work well at all.
It doesn't work.
It actually distorts the fabric and pulls it all sideways.
It's crazy.
So she just puts a normal foot on that doesn't have the thing that sticks down. So that's why she changes.
But show them my binding foot.
Okay, so this is the regular 1/4 inch foot, which I'm sure all of you are familiar in one form or another. They don't all have a big thing like that. Sometimes they just have a thin metal piece that's very thin that you butt up against. So when you're doing machine binding, there's this foot right here. So see how the hangy-downy thing is on the other side?
And
It's on the opposite side.
I'm going to sew these strips together, but then I'm going to fold a piece and show them how that butts up for binding.
Right. So the good thing is that after you, so you sew it on just the opposite way. So you sew your binding to the back of the quilt.
Yes.
Then you pull it around to the front, and as you feed your edge of your binding along this groove, and it feeds like wonderful, great foot. It makes your binding have an 1/8 of an inch seam that's very uniform down the whole way.
And it works.
And it works great. And on the back of the quilt, you do have a stitch line that you see, but it's just inside the binding.
And you choose the same color thread that you've quilted with
Right.
to put in your bobbin.
And it's so close to the edge of the binding on the backing that it just looks like it's part of the quilt and you don't even know it's there. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
If, for anybody who hates to hand bind, this is a lifesaver.
Well, you know, I especially like to machine bind my machine quilted quilts. That's just
So
me.
I have to look it up every time, Suzanne, because it has a proper name. It's a compensating foot. But I can never remember if it's the left compensating foot or the right compensating foot. So it's on the opposite side of what a typical 1/4 inch seam
would be.
like your marker on your foot for your 1/4 inch seam. So it's on the opposite side. And it's an 1/8 of an inch compensating foot, because it allows the needle to follow an 1/8 of an inch from the edge of your binding the whole way down.
Yeah. I actually have a quilt over there I can sew a piece of binding on.
What are you doing now that you didn't show them?
Oh.
She's doing the trunk piece, which is very straightforward. The trunk piece was just here. As you'll see, the trunk piece was just 2 white pieces with the brown in the middle. Very straightforward.
Right
Nothing
there.
fang-dangled at all.
And then I have to.
And then she has to put that on the bottom to make.
And
her
that's my
block.
block. How quick is that?
See, lickety split. There it is. Looks great.
I'm gonna show them the charity quilt that I just made.
That
That I just quilted.
I was gonna say,
That
what
I
are you
just
talking about?
quilted for Lisa.
Okay. Oh, so we didn't decide what we're doing next week. What are we gonna do next week? Let me think.
See what
Let's
everybody
do the stocking next week because this week
Oh,
was an
stocking?
easier week. Let's do the stocking.
Oh,
'cause
you guys,
that's-
let's hold this quilt up and show them. So this
Sure.
quilt's being donated
this
for
is
the
gorgeous.
Splash
Park
Park
in Digby.
And this is also the same quilt. We did it in white. Totally different look.
So this is the, what's the name of that?
Blissful Stars.
Blissful
These are
Stars.
supposed to be stars. They don't really stand out as much as stars, but when you look at them, they're
Well, they do if you stand back from it. We're too close to. I found like when
Mm-hmm.
we were looking at it at a distance, you really see it. But I really like the fabric with the black background.
I do too. Better than the white, actually.
I'm gonna get. I just fell out of my shoe. I'm gonna get.
You know what? It doesn't fit every machine, but I think every machine has their type of compensating
Yeah.
foot. And it might not be called a compensating foot with Husqvarna or FAF. Or,
It might not. You just need to ask somebody that knows that, like
Call the
a dealer,
Yeah.
and ask them. Explain what it is. But it's called an 1/8 of an inch compensating. I wish I could remember if it's left or right.
Well, I would think it's left because it's on the left-hand side.
Probably.
Yeah. Are you coming back? I'm going to get you to...
I was gonna go get the stocking. What do you need?
Well, I was just
Just to
thinking,
show
if
them
you
what
take
we're
that
doing next
down, we can...
Oh, sure. Let's do that then.
I'm going to sew this on Lisa's quilt, and then I'll take it apart.
Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna switch you dudes around.
This isn't the right color for the charity quilt.
Oh, you're just gonna slap something on it for the fun
Yeah.
of slapping it on.
And then just take it off.
Okay.
It's a charity quilt.
Okay. Here we go.
So, 2.5
So
inch
our
strip.
machine, I'm answering a couple questions. Our machines are, Deb's is a bridge sew, but it's the same as a Juki.
Yeah.
And my machine is a Juki, and it fits on a Juki.
Okay. So I took a 2.5 inch strip of fabric, folded it in half like we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Most times you sew it on the top
Mm-hmm.
and then flip it around. But with this foot, I'm sewing it here
To the back.
to the back. I'm going to lengthen my stitch so it's easier to take out.
Mm-hmm. Good idea. Good idea.
Lisa, your quilt will be back to normal. Okay. So I'm going to stitch it down. That's like a base. But anyway, stitch it down. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put my
She's
foot
going to
on.
change her foot. So she just used that regular 1/4 inch seam foot there to stitch that on.
And now I'm
Now
putting
she's putting on the
compensating foot.
compensating foot.
And you're going to see my stitches like crazy because of the colored thread. So don't let that bother you. So I'm going to flip it around to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to lay
So I
my
want to get
foot.
in here so she, ooh, right there. So can
See,
you
my
see?
foot is right
Okay, so
there.
right in that foot, there's a little groove.
Right, see? It's right on that groove.
I'll show you the groove up close after. So she's just letting that fabric ride in that groove against that foot.
Yep.
You don't have to pin. You don't have to do anything.
Nothing. You just push it down.
I never pin my bindings now that I've started using this.
And look,
So
it's perfect.
ooh, I gotta find you. There you are. So see how nice and even that is right from the edge.
You just
the
follow
whole way
It's
down?
got to be straight because you're following the
Yeah.
foot.
So,
And then you get a straight line.
and you're gonna see that because she didn't really blend it with her thing. But if
But-
you blend it with your background fabric,
But
or
you know
whatever-
what? This thread is the exact same as my quilting thread almost.
Yes.
That line doesn't bother me.
No, I always match it closer to
Yes,
my
the colored
fabric,
fabric.
so you don't even see it because it's right along the edge there.
But if I don't have that color thread, I match it to my
Yes.
quilting thread.
So I just want to see if we can show them. Whoops, when I turn. So I don't know if you can see it, but right there. Whoops, if I can get my scissors, right there. There's a groove that my scissors are traveling in, and that's right where your fabric feeds, is right in that little groove.
And it works so good.
Yeah, it is. So where I ordered these originally, there is a store called Juki Junkies. If you go online, there's a website for it. And if I remember correctly, in the write-up for that foot, it tells you all
What
the different machines it fits. Because I think it fits like Brothers.
If your machine has a shank, show them my shank. If your machine has a shank like that, it fits.
So, just to show you the top.
Yeah.
Can you see where? Oh, guys, there. So, like, if your machine looks like it's got that type of a shank, like a wider, flatter shank,
it'll fit.
It'll probably fit. But there is a list on Juki Junkies of the machines that specific foot fits. It doesn't just fit a Juki. There is a list there, I think.
And the nice thing, you can also buy this little gadget. This little gadget, because
is a quick change.
It's called a quick change feet. Normally, you would have to take that screw off and screw it into the edge. If you have to unscrew something, put the foot on and screw it back in, this foot will fit. But there's this adapter that you can buy.
And you just press it.
And you don't have to screw anything. It's called a quick change foot.
And that was super duper cheap.
It was like under $10.
Yeah, the shipping was more than the piece was. Like the piece is like $5 for the quick change thing, and the shipping was like $15 or something.
It's easier than screwing. It's just a thing you push.
I'm not even going there.
What's that?
I'm not even going there.
You don't like pushing it?
Never mind. Okay. So the foot was more expensive than that quick change thing. Okay.
All right. I better take this off of Lisa's quilt.
Yeah, you better, since it's not even your quilt.
And it's not the right color.
Okay, so next week we are going to do the, let me show you. We're going to do the stocking next week. We had an easy week this week. The stocking's a little more detailed, so let's do a more detailed one next week.
We only have 2 stockings.
We only have 2 stockings. We have one made, but it's out on the wall. I forgot to pull it down. So we're going to do...
Do you want me to go get it? I'll go get it.
Oh.
I'll grab it just to show.
Do you think you can? Okay. She thinks she can be quick. So we'll do that one next week. I think we're using red for both of our stockings. You'll see the one that she's doing. Exactly, Suzanne. That's where I was going, but she wasn't catching that. Anyway. Here she comes.
One lady sent back 4 charity blocks for our
I know,
quilts.
already. Like, lickety split.
This is the
first one.
Isn't that cute?
So that's one we're doing.
Look at all the back, though. It's friggy.
Yeah, it is friggy. Don't show my backs. Anyway. Okay.
It's so neat.
Yeah, right.
I won't show mine next week.
Anyway, okay.
All right,
I think that's
everybody.
it. Have you got anything else you need to say?
I don't say much of anything.
No, but I didn't know if you had anything you wanted to mention.
We're all good.
You're good? Okay, that's it, ladies. Let's see you next week.
I'm going to go sew with Karen.
Oh, there's trouble. The 2 of them sewing for the day. Okay.
Karen and I are making a really cool
You
project.
are. It's very, very
I can't wait
cute.
to show everybody.
Very cute. Very nice fabric.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. See you next Wednesday morning.
See ya.